The soldiers of the Alpha Company platoon deployed during the Vietnam War are the central characters in the short story collection, The Things They Carried. The narrator is a fictional character based on author Tim O'Brien. When he's drafted, the narrator feels fearful and unprepared. During his deployment, he participates in and witnesses acts of violence and courage, loyalty and suspicion. In the years after the war, the narrator grapples with these experiences and shares his reflections. Norman Bowker offers a cautionary example of what happens when stories go untold. He keeps his stories to himself, though he needs to tell them, a choice that isolates him. It falls to the narrator to reveal how deeply Norman understood the courage required to cope after the war. Jimmy Cross is a college graduate thrust into the role of platoon leader. Thoughtful and imaginative, he takes his responsibilities to the platoon seriously and regrets every loss, searching himself for faults. Jimmy's loyal care of the soldiers motivates him to sacrifice his own needs and desires so that he can better protect them and bear their emotional burdens. Henry Dobbins is the platoon's machine gunner who wraps his girlfriend's pantyhose around his neck for protection during combat. Henry's a gentle man who believes in simplicity and directness and hard labor. He considers becoming a minister so he can live peacefully and serve others. Bob Rat Kiley is a storyteller whose wit can lighten troubled moments, but he's also deeply emotional and eventually sees so many broken bodies that he can no longer function as Alpha Company's medic. The men's reaction when Rat shoots himself in the foot shows their affection for him. Kiowa is a devout Baptist who loves life in its small details. He sleeps with the New Testament under his cheek, taking comfort in the aroma of leather and ink and paper and glue. Kind and patient, Kiowa serves as a mentor to the narrator in particular. Kiowa's death in the field of waste becomes emblematic of the waste of lives in war. Mitchell Sanders is central to many stories in The Things They Carried. Alpha Company's radio telephone operator, Mitchell is perceptive enough to know when fellow soldiers need support and honest enough to call out uncooperative behavior. Mitchell seeks the moral that every situation has to tell, serving as a wise voice amid the chaos of combat.